Hello and welcome back to VIC Sports Network coverage of the 2019 Marsh One Day Cup. In case you missed it, Victoria have been defeated in a 125-run spanking against the Western Australians. Despite a pair of 50s from Glenn Maxwell and Nic Maddinson, the Victorians still fell short of the monster 387-run total. We are here now to bring you all the highlights from that match, wrap it up, review the game, how it went for both sides, a couple of player ratings for the match, and we'll also have a bit of a preview of tomorrow's match between Queensland and New South Wales at Allan Border Field, so make sure you stick around for that. So in case you missed today's game, earlier on, Western Australia started aggressively with their opening partnership of Josh Philippe and Darcy Short. Philippe obliged, blasting 10 boundaries, reaching his 50 in just 33 balls, as Western Australia made 71 runs inside the first 10 overs in the power play. Darcy Short tried to do the same. He hit 3 fours before he was bowled on 22. Philippe was also bowled on 61. He chopped on a short ball before Shaun Marsh was run out by Scott Boland for just 8, as Western Australia lost 3 for 27 after that good start. Ashes opener Cameron Bancroft and acting captain Ashton Turner steadied the ship, however, with a 96-run partnership, which saw Ashton Turner pass 50, but he was eventually caught at mid-wicket on 52. Cameron Bancroft struggled early on in his innings with timing, but eventually he found it and hit 5 fours and 2 sixes on his way to a superb 78 before holing out to Nic Maddinson in the deep. From there, it was the Marcus Stoinis show. The all-rounder blasted 7 fours and 7 sixes on his way to an incredible 101 not out of 58 balls. A cameo from Ashton Agar as well from the other end. He hit 2 sixes. Ashton Agar helped Western Australia score 137 in the last 10 overs as they reached 8 for 386 on a day where the Victorians were unable to contain the runs no matter what they did. Will Sutherland was hit for 102 runs off his 10 overs, while Jon Holland was the pick of the bowlers, taking 2 for 72. In Victoria's innings just gone, Aaron Finch started confidently hitting 5 fours and a 6 before a top edge saw his innings end on 33 from just 16 balls. From there, wickets fell in procession. Matthew Short was caught on 16, and acting captain Peter Hanscom was caught behind for a duck off just his 3rd ball. Will Pucovski's resistance ended on 34, leaving the visitors at 4 for 100 inside the first 18 overs. Glenn Maxwell came in and tried to up the tempo, and he was dropped on 8 by Nathan Coulter-Nile. He was keen to make the Western Australian Warriors pay for that, smashing 3 sixes off the next 3 balls, much to Jai Richardson's frustration. Maxwell was eventually caught on 51, though, after a 94-run partnership with Nic Maddinson, giving Ashton Agar the first of his 3 wickets this afternoon. Maddinson continued where Maxwell left off, though, and he hit 7 fours and 4 sixes on his way to a superb 87. But Maddinson's wicket with the score on 243 brought about the inevitable, with the tale of Jon Holland, Scott Boland and Jackson Coleman adding just 18 runs to hand Western Australia the victory in the opening match of this year's Marsh One Day Cup by 125 runs. So with today's match done and dusted, we look forward to tomorrow's match between Queensland and New South Wales at Allan Border Field, which promises to be another thrilling matchup. Queensland will, of course, be without Usman Khawaja and Chris Lynn, but their batsmen Matthew Renshaw, Joe Burns, Sam Haslett, Max Bryant and Nathan McSweeney all hit centuries in pre-season matches. the Bulls tallied a monster score of 7 for 454 against an understrength South Australia side. A possible starting 11 for the Bulls tomorrow features Matthew Renshaw and Max Bryant at the top of the order, opening the batting. They'll most likely be followed by Joe Burns, who is in the Queensland side for tomorrow's game. Without Khawaja and Lynn, it's fair to say that Charlie Hemphrey will probably get a run at number 4 there behind Joe Burns, followed by Ashes Test batsman Marsh Labuschagne, who is in the side. Confirmed not taking a rest, unlike much of the Ashes players. Labuschagne will be in the side tomorrow, followed by Jack Wildermuth at 6, the all-rounder. He'll slot in there, ahead of captain and wicketkeeper James Pearson at number 7. Michael Neser, another Ashes squad member, who didn't actually play a test while he was over there in the UK, will likely bat next. He's a pretty good hitter lower in the order, but also a very good bowler, and keen to see what he can do tomorrow. Queensland's bowlers also feature fast bowlers Mark Steckety and Billy Stanlake, as well as spin bowler Mitchell Swepson. New South Wales will be without all 6 of their Ashes stars, including David Warner, Steve Smith, Patrick Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood and Nathan Lyon for tomorrow's game. This does mean that players such as Nick Burtis, Matthew Gilkes, Liam Hatcher and Nathan McAndrew are in line to make their debut for the New South Wales Blues in tomorrow's match at Allan Border Field. Without their Ashes bowlers, Daniel Sams is likely to get a start. Sams was the leading wicket taker for the Sydney Thunder during last season's Big Bash League, taking 15 wickets at a strike rate of 14.4. He's also no mug with the bat either, after smashing 82 from 68 balls in an intra-squad practice match for New South Wales just last week, while Sean Abbott and Arjun Nair also each recorded 4 wicket hauls for New South Wales. The possible starting 11 for New South Wales for tomorrow's game features Daniel Hughes and Jack Edwards at the top of the order. Daniel Hughes hit 87 during the intra-squad practice match during the week. They will be followed by Moises Enriquez and Curtis Patterson. Curtis Patterson is somebody who I've already highlighted as going to be a key player for New South Wales this season. He and Moises Enriquez will have to form the backbone of this inexperienced New South Wales squad, which is likely to have both Nick Burtis and Matthew Gilkes in the batting order at 5 and 6, just to complement the experience with some youth. Peter Neville is New South Wales' captain, as well as the wicketkeeper, and he will likely bat 7th down the order, provided he's not opening. Despite missing most of their bowlers due to Ashes selection, New South Wales are not lacking in the bowling stocks. They still have Sean Abbott, Daniel Sams, with Mickey Edwards and Harry Conway also set to play for them, with Arjun Nair set to line up as New South Wales' number 1 spinner for this second match of the 2019 Marsh One Day Cup at Allan Border Field. The news here from the WACA is that the Western Australians have defeated the Victorians by 125 runs. Half centuries from Josh Philippe, Ashton Turner, Cameron Bancroft, and a century from Marcus Stoinis headlined Western Australia's innings as they reached 8 for 386. And despite 50s from Glenn Maxwell and a wonderful 87 from Nic Maddinson, the Victorians still fell short by 125 runs. We look forward to tomorrow's game at Allan Border Field between Queensland and New South Wales. It's set to be another thrilling game there. Action starts at 9:30 a.m. local time, so make sure you tune in. And you can do so on KO Sports, Fox Sports, or you can follow the action live on the Cricket Australia app, just like us. Thank you for listening to today's coverage, and we look forward to having your company as we have our halftime report from Allan Border Field. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you keep watching the cricket, and until then, it's bye for now. You're listening to Viper Sports Network. For all the latest news and updates from the 2019 Marsh One Day Cup, stay tuned to Viper Sports Network.